What's up, fight fans? Thank you as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. All right, so I was just minding my own business in the last few minutes. I had my laptop open. I don't know why I'm pointing there because my laptop's not even there. It's over there. But regardless, I had my laptop open and I was just checking out what's going on in the world of Liverpool Football Club, right? So I was on a website called News Now Liverpool. So I was thinking, look, is Liverpool buying any players? What's going on with the transfer rumours? Blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden, Callum Smith popped up. So I wasn't actually physically searching for Callum Smith, but all of a sudden, in my feed, Callum Smith popped up and it said, Callum Smith's dream Liverpool bout hits a snag. And I was like, okay, let's have a look at that. What's all this about? And it was Joe Gallagher talking. I'm not a fan of Joe Gallagher, I can't lie to you. He's actually blocked me on Twitter. I wouldn't mind being unblocked, but I'm not that bothered unblocked by him, to be honest. Actually, let me tell you who the people that have blocked me on Twitter, random. Dillian White, shouldn't have. I should definitely unblock me now because if anyone knows Dillian White, please tell him to unblock me because I actually say very good things about Dillian White. Amir Khan blocked me on my Box Talk page, but on my own personal page, I'm unblocked. And Joe Gallagher. I think Paul Smith might have blocked me as well. I don't know why. You know when you randomly say like some one shit, like I might have said one bad line and he's obviously had a bad day and thought, fuck it, block. But anyway, long story short, Joe Gallagher's blocked me. But Joe Gallagher was talking about this Anfield fight for Callum Smith, saying that obviously they're targeting an Anfield summer fight for Callum Smith. And he was mentioning things like it's actually more expensive to rent out Anfield than it is to rent out Wembley. And that it looks like they're not going to be able to have this Anfield fight because Liverpool are not accommodating in terms of the price, the fee, etc., etc. So Callum Smith isn't likely to have this big Anfield summer showdown. And I was like, okay, you know, not that Anfield or Liverpool care about it, to be honest, but okay, interesting. And then it said the #1 target for Callum Smith is Andre Ward. Okay, strange, because Andre Ward talks about being around 200 pounds of solid muscle now, hasn't fought at 168 pounds. I'm guessing for about, I'm going to guess and say 5 years. Could be wrong, but no, I'm going to guess and say around 4.5 years. So their #1 target is a guy that is retired, has been retired now for 2 years since the Kovalev fights, walks around at 200 pounds of muscle, not fat. If it was 200 pounds of fat, there's a way to get it down, right? But 200 pounds of muscle, to cut 32 pounds of muscle, to come down to fight in the weight division that he already cleaned up years ago would seem strange, especially to come out of retirement for Callum Smith would seem very strange. I don't know if Andre Ward has a bucket list that says Callum Smith on it. I just don't, could be wrong, but I don't think he has a bucket list on it that says Callum Smith. I just don't, I'd be shocked if he does. So I don't think Andre Ward is losing any sleep on losing this fight with Callum Smith at Anfield. And the reason I mention it in that way is because he also mentioned, this is Joe Gallagher, that Andre Ward is talking about coming out of retirement for a fight against Usyk. And in this article, it went on to say that a Callum Smith fight at Anfield with Andre Ward is bigger than Andre Ward fighting Usyk anywhere, because Anfield would be full and it would be on pay-per-view, and Usyk and Andre Ward for some reason would be, I guess, empty and no one would be interested. Interesting. The problem I have with all this talk, and this is where we're getting to now, sorry to rant a bit, but the problem I have with all this is this. I'm all well and good for people to chase and want and have super fights. I am. I have my problems with it, but you know what? If you deserve a super fight, if you've been in the game a long time and you deserve a super fight, a big money fight, stadium fight, whatever you want, then fine. You know what? Boxing's a tough enough sport. If you deserve it, go and fucking get it. Callum Smith does not deserve a super fight. I'm sorry. He's mentioned 3 names that he's looking at. Andre Ward, Gennady Golovkin, I can't remember who else, but there was another big name in there. Those are super fights. Callum Smith's not done enough to deserve a super fight for me. And people might say, Ade, that's bullshit. But no, it's not. It's not bullshit. It's true. He's won that world title, his first world title against George Groves in Jeddah. No one's even going to tell me categorically 110% that he's even the best 168 pounder out there. There are other guys out there you need to fight first. So I'm all happy for you to call out Andre Ward, Hall of Famer, Gennady Golovkin, potential Hall of Famer, and say you want those fights. But for me, you've got other business at 168. There are other champions at 168 you should be fighting first. I mean, where are we doing this jumping shit? There are other guys at 168. Clean up those guys at 168. Maybe even have a fight at 175. Do some business there and then say, you know what? I want a super fight. That's how it works for me. And then we've got this stadium fight shit. This stadium fight shit's starting to piss me off. It really is. And look, I get it. Everyone harbours ambitions to fight in their stadium. I mean, Callum Smith and the Smith brothers are known Liverpool fans, which look, I'm happy about. I'm a Liverpool fan. But again, these stadium fights should be something you deserve. They're special stadium fights. See, I think we're doing this Anthony Joshua thing, obviously, because Anthony Joshua is the stadium fighter now, so to speak. And I think we're forgetting Anthony Joshua did sell out the O2 Arena like 4 or 5 times in a row, right? Molina, Brazil, Kevin Johnson, I think, with the Brook, Frankie Gavin card, and Dillian White, right? So he's done the O2 Arena, and obviously they must have looked at him and thought, you know what, this guy can do a stadium, because these tickets are selling out in seconds. Callum Smith, you need to sell out the MEN Arena, Echo Arena, maybe even come down to the O2 Arena and then say, you know what, I can do a stadium fight. The way boxers now, especially in Britain, because Britain, they're doing it a lot now. Even Lewis Ritson talked about fighting at St James's Park, which again, I like the ambition. But for me, there has to be this proper trajectory, right? There has to be something in order to get that. So again, call out Andre Ward, call out Gennady Golovkin. You want those fights. Beat the other 168 champions. Say you want a stadium fight, sell out an arena first. Let us know you can do these things. So it's weird to hear these words from Joe Gallagher and Callum Smith, and because I'm sitting back thinking, put your work in. You just won a world title. Like, defend it 4 or 5 times, then fucking call out anything you want. But to call out Andre Ward, to call out Golovkin, which might even be a good fight, I think is, it's walking before you can crawl. I really do, because I think there are other 168 champions out there that might cause you problems first. And I think I would rather see you win or defend your belt a couple of times and even maybe win another belt and then, by all means, get your super fights. I'm happy for you to do that. But you're still young. You're new into the game in terms of world level. And I think you should maybe stamp yourself at world level before calling for all these big things in the world. Because they were literally thinking about this happening in the summer. So they're talking about this happening in 6 or 7 months' time. Not for me. 2020 maybe, but 2019 summer? Get the fuck out of here.